let's go before security comes.
Okay.
We're recording, let's crack on.
All right. How are we doing, guys and girls? I'm here with Mr. Jumbles St. Pierre, and we're on the roof. I'll show you the little view in a minute, but anyway, on to today's how-to. I've brought Jumbles along to basically show you how to do the finger rolls. Somebody has requested to be shown how to do these finger rolls, and although I know how to do it, Jumbles has kind of perfected it and can do it extremely well. So we've got him here to let us know how it happens. Doing these finger rolls, how do you start off like practicing? Where do you begin?
Well, the first thing is you need inspiration. My inspiration was Nicholas. Obviously, I think a lot of them were in the beginning. Wayne Collins as well, Sebastian Ogweach.
Bolton coming at ya! Roll.
Everyone that did the finger roll before me, thank you so much. It is my favorite move. It feels awesome, and it's just so enjoyable to do, and it's very easy to put together with music. So that being said, how to start? Well, first of all, you got to build up the muscles in your fingers. Then a good little exercise to train up the muscle in your fingers. All right, so that's a roll of cling film. This is a muddler, and these are great just to sit at home, you're watching Netflix, and you can just play, wrap it between the fingers. If you start from your little, the standard pattern would just to go through all the fingers and over the thumb at the end. You can go back if you start as well. If I do it this way, you can see. If I get a little bit closer.
There, yeah. Cool.
Cool, so with the left and the right, it's really good exercise, and you can do it without looking. If you can do it without looking, then you can enjoy yourself.
I find some days I can do it better than other days. My left hand is not that good. I mean, I've got long fingers, so it should be fairly easy for me, really. But from what I figured out, from what Jumbles has shown me before, being able to move your fingers like individually from one another, I think definitely helps to get them in the right position to spin it around your fingers. Is that right?
Absolutely, absolutely. The more dexterous you are, think of it like this: if you're bartending, try different grips, try multiple grips, try using weak fingers, build up your muscle, and like Tom just said, then use different fingers than you normally would. If you just need to operate something with one finger, you're pushing a button, push it with your little one. Get used to using all your fingers. We get stuck in this world when we just use the index, and we're wasting 3 fingers there.
Use all of your fingers, not just one.
Innuendo bingo. Okay, cool. And then the other thing is, if you're struggling to get it started, then when I was starting with my left hand, for example, I used to hold it with my right and give myself a little push, because a lot of it is tempo, rhythm, and just getting the speed.
This is a nice little tool to practice with, actually, because I mean, every bartender or everyone at home probably has a cling film roll, and when it's lighter, it is a bit easier to do.
Right. Bar spoons as well are a bit too light.
I learned to do it that way, with a spoon or with a stick, when I started flaring. But if you're doing it the way Jumbles is showing, boom, 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 boom. When you get to there, you can do a thumb roll, okay? And I've done a video on thumb rolls already, so you can check that out. It's there or somewhere else. So the way you're showing is more relevant to flair than doing it this way. That one still works, but you would start with the thumb roll and then go into these ones.
Right, but you also open up your doorways to learn more patterns.
Exactly.
I got stuck with this basic pattern, and then with this pattern, I did lots of different variations behind the back, around the head, different objects, different positions. But it is for the most part, still the same pattern through all 5 fingers. If you get used to anything for too long, you'll get stuck to it. Play around, maybe try an exercise where you miss out a finger and you just go straight from the little to the middle, or you reverse direction. Check out Tony Mallin's finger rolls, for example. He will start going in one way, reverse it back the other way and go through all 5.
Your flashes!
And a lot of people always ask me, how do you do your finger rolls? And I always start them off by saying, well, show me what you've got. And they'll show me something so different than what I do that I think they should just pursue that, because if I just show them my way, then they'll just look like me. Whereas in the beginning, everybody has their own vision. Exactly. So just stick with it. And like Tom said with the cling film, a really good way to train when it's just light or even just the cardboard. Just get used to the rhythm and the motion of the fingers. And then more and more and bigger cling film, the heavier it will lead you to flair with bottles.
So this is the way he's doing it. There's a little finger there. So you have your hand palm facing towards you. The little finger has to come towards you and it goes in that gap there, right?
Yeah.
And then you literally push the top one up, the next finger up, and the little finger goes down and it twists. And then you do the same again and it twists. You do the same again and it twists. And then when it comes all the way around, you go to pinch it like this and then it rolls down your thumb. But as Jumbles said, find your way of doing it, because when you find your way, it's going to be unique to you.
Perfect, and that leads on perfectly from what Tom said. Like I said earlier about Nicholas, he was my inspiration to start learning finger rolls, so I learned like him because I watched his videos. So you'll see with Nicholas, he holds it at the neck and he'll finger roll through to a thumb roll and bring it to the side like so, put it behind the back, etc.
Don't throw it over the roof. Yeah.
I'll try not to. But that's at the top of the neck, right? So I tried to find a way to do it that was kind of my way. So I went for the middle of the bottle. Just the same as the middle of the muddler, the only difference is it's much wider, which means it's much more difficult to get that first rotation.
What I found that worked for me was putting the bottle in my fingers and then twisting it with my other hand.
Definitely.
And then my other fingers would get used to that movement. And then slowly my other hand would sort of slowly go away, and then, I don't know if I can do it today.
Yeah,
almost.
First time?
First go, here we go.
Take one.
Whoa, whoa. Again, what? Anyway, I used to be able to do it pretty well, but it's true. Some days I can do it. If I just don't think about it, without even thinking about it, there's much better than the previous 12 attempts that we cut out of the edit.
What you just did then was really interesting. You didn't look at it.
Exactly.
Whereas with your other attempts, when you were struggling, you were looking right at it and you were trying to get a feel. Whereas if you don't look, you notice that you feel it much better.
Yeah.
And you get used to the rhythm as opposed to trying to spot it out.
So, okay, let's finish it off with top 3 tips on starting to practice this moves.
Okay, top tip number 1 is don't get stuck doing the same patterns.
Don't look. Try and feel it more than anything.
And my other tip would be don't just get stuck on flare bottles, don't just get stuck on muddlers, finger roll with everything. Man, when I make a cup of tea, making a coffee, if I'm using the TV remote, I don't have a TV, but if I did, just finger roll with everything. Absolutely, yeah. Finally, just on the patterns thing, Sebastian Ogreach is a great guy to check out because he really understood the visual aspect of flair bartending, and especially with finger rolls, man. He had that super cool, it was almost like poison. I really can't do it. I don't do it justice like he did it, but he made it look so good because he was so aware of visual patterns. And
2 bottles, Roadhouse!
I hope that was helpful, guys. Jumbles, thank you very much indeed. Boom.
Mike.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe and click the little bell if you want to be notified of more videos that come out on this channel. But before we go, let's have a quick show you of the view. Ooh.
London, bro. Let's go before security comes.
Okay.